Well, hello boys and girls. Now you see I'm packing. I'm going to tell you why I'm packing. My nephew came to visit me. He came from Canada and this is his first time in the Bahamas. Now boys and girls, do you know what we call visitors who come to our country? Now when you go down Bay Street, you will see visitors. Down Bay Street, you might see them on the beach. What do we call them? Correct, they are called tourists. So my nephew is a tourist because this is his first time here. And of course I want to show him a good time. I want to help him out and I want to show him all what we have to offer here in the Bahamas. And to do that, I am packing my suitcase and I'm taking him island hopping. So boys and girls, today we're going to learn about places, interesting places right here in our country where tourists would want to visit, places you should show them. And remember, it's important when you show them, when you're showing them around, that you are polite and friendly, because you know tourists are important to us. We value them, and so if we value them, it means that we will be kind and nice to them, right? So anyway, I'm all packed and ready, and come with me as we go island hopping. Boys and girls, I am super excited about going island hopping. How about you? Now remember, this is how we can be helpful to tourists by showing them around. Who are tourists again? Yes, they are visitors who come to our country, and they could be visiting us for the first time, second time, third time, as many times. But of course, we want to make the experience so wonderful they would want to come again and again. So boys and girls, you must remember to always be polite and friendly. So here we go. The first island we're going to stop on is the island of New Providence. And here is the place you would want to show tourists. The straw market. It's a great place for them to see. Here you will find handmade Bahamian crafts, gifts, souvenirs, and items such as straw hats, straw bags, straw mats, straw dolls, conch shell jewelry, and wood carving. Now, boys and girls, remember we want them to spend a whole lot of money, so we have to be friendly and nice to them. And next, I want to show them the forts. 3 forts are found in New Providence, and the largest is called Fort Charlotte. Fort Charlotte is built up on a hill overlooking the harbor of Nassau, Bahamas. Beautiful sight. Now, do you know why forts were built? Yeah, they were built to protect the island from being attacked by bad people. So lots of history here. Up is the Queen's Staircase, and you might know this as 66 steps. These steps were made by slaves a long time ago, and they were made from limestone rock. And next, the water tower. If you've seen this, and you can see that a lot of tourists there, right? This is the tallest structure on Nassau. It's about 126 feet. Now that is tall. Okay, interesting sight to show tourists. And next, stop at RAWSON Square. And this is located in downtown Nassau. Here, the tourists will see a bronze bust of Sir Milo Butler, the first Bahamian Governor General in an independent Bahamas. And right opposite RAWSON Square, you will see Parliament Square. here, we will see remains of Lucayan villages and plantations. So there's lots of history here. Next up is ARDASTRA Gardens and Zoo. Somewhat like a zoo. Here, the tourists will see a wide variety of wildlife in their habitat. Okay, you will see Amian parrot, you see peacock, and even our national bird is here. Do you know the name of our national bird? All right, the flamingo. And guess what? These flamingos, they are special, they are trained, and they put on a show for the tourists. We call them the marching flamingos. So you must show the tourists this site. Now, boys and girls, all of the places we stop, they are located on the island of New Providence, or we say Nassau. Now, when we talk about our country, it includes many other islands. And such islands, Grand Bahama, Andros, there's Eleuthera, Cat Island, Bimini, San Salvador, Inagua, just to name a few. Okay? So, on these islands, we have interesting places we want to show the tourists. Now, boys and girls, do you know your island? Can you see the island where you live? The island that you live on? Yes, I'm sure you do. Now, let's see some of the places we will show tourists. Whatever island you live on, there are beautiful beaches. Beautiful beaches. The Bahamas is known for its beautiful beaches with crystal clear water, miles and miles of powdery white sand, or even pink sand if you live on the island of Eleuthera or Abaco. And so this is a great place where tourists would want to come, okay? These are called blue holes, or we call them ocean holes. And they are caves or sinkholes that contain both fresh water, salt water, and they are enclosed by land or sea. Okay, so this is a great place to take tourists. There are blue holes in Long Island, Andros, there is Eleuthera. In fact, Long Island has the world's deepest blue hole. And boys and girls, some of these blue holes even have fish, friendly fish. When you go to these blue holes, they would come up. I know the one in Rock Sound, Eleuthera, you see lots of fish there, and they would come up and fishing is not allowed. You can't take the fish out, you can't fish for them, but you can swim and you can feed the fish. So this is a great place to take tourists again. The island of Eleuthera is the Glass Window Bridge. And I'm sure, boys and girls, you've heard about Glass Window Bridge. Now, the bridge isn't really made from glass. Okay? It's famous, most popular attraction for tourists when they go to this island. So make sure to show them this. From the bridge, you can see the dark blue Atlantic Ocean. You see that dark blue side? That side is usually very rough, so you don't want to go near it. And on the other side, you can see the calm water of the Caribbean Sea, and also it's not as blue as the other side. That is found on the island of Eleuthera. And also on that island is Preacher's Cave. A set of people who came to the Bahamas a long time ago, boys and girls. This is where they live. This was like their home, or another word we learned for home, habitat. This was their habitat. This is where they found their shelter. And this is where they had food, air, and water. Okay? And also, they used to have church here. So, lots of history here. So, a great place you want to show tourists if you live on the island of Eleuthera. And then, let's stop at Abaco. You see this? It is a lighthouse. And it looks like a candy cane, right? The red and white striped monument is something tourists will love to see. It is very tall. It stands at 90 feet and high, and it has 101 steps. 101 steps to reach the top. And once you are at the top of the lighthouse, you will see a fantastic view of Hopetown, Abaco, and even the surrounding keys. Boys and girls, this is Andros now. And of course, we know that Andros has the third largest barrier reef. You remember last week we talked about coral reefs? Home for many, many sea creatures, beautiful under the sea. And this is Andros, okay? A home for many marine life. That means sea creatures. And this makes it a popular place for tourists, especially those tourists who love to go diving. And boys and girls, now in Inagua, there are thousands of flamingo. This is where their natural habitat is. Remember now, these are our national birds. So great place for you to take the tourists and show them around, and they would see the flamingos living in their natural habitat. Remember what we say habitats are? A place where the animals live, provide them with food, shelter, water, and air. So a great place for you to show tourists. And boys and girls, in Exuma, the world famous swimming pigs. Okay, can pigs really swim? Yes, they can. So this is a wonderful place for you to take tourists to see. And remember, boys and girls, when you're sharing information, we want to be polite, we want to be friendly, because we value our tourists and we want them to come and visit again. So boys and girls, those are places you would show tourists when they visit the Bahamas. Boys and girls, did you enjoy island hopping today? As you can see, we have many interesting places we can show tourists when they come to the Bahamas. Now, let us recap. 1. What do we call visitors who come to our country? Excellent. We call them tourists. And whenever we meet them, how should we act? 2 words. Polite and friendly. Excellent. Remember, boys and girls, too, whatever island you are on, you can find interesting places that you can show the tourists. And I'm going to remind you again, when you're showing them around, you have to be polite and friendly. Remember, we value our tourists. We value them. They are important to us. Okay? Why they are important to us? Because 1, they provide many jobs. And 2, that's where we get a lot of money from to build up our country. So boys and girls, here is your assignment. I want you to think of 3 places you will show tourists when they come to your country, and write them down on the paper, okay? And remember, boys and girls, continue to be nice, continue to be polite, continue to be friendly, continue learning, and continue being safe.